Hi, it's Therese from Lostinpaper and I'm here for Scrapbook Boutique today, and I've got a fun card using some fab products. I'm going to start using some oxide inks, and these are fairly new to me, so I'm having lots of fun playing with them at the moment, because if you know me, you know that I'm not a real blendy background person, and I really like the look of it. I've just never really bonded with blending no matter what I try. So I'm really enjoying pushing my boundaries and playing with these inks because they are a lot easier to blend than the Distress inks. I have got a panel of cardstock which is cut the same size as my card front, and this is some Bristol Strathmore cardstock, so it's a nice heavyweight smooth cardstock, and I'm using some of the blending sponges, and this is the round blending tool, so you tend to have less streaks when you use this. And what I am doing is just going quite lightly and building up my colour. In the end I do add quite a bit of colour, and I am overlapping the colours so that they do sort of blend to make other colours in between. I'm focusing everything down in that bottom right hand corner, on the right hand side of the card as well. I've sprayed it with my Distress sprayer because that's one of the real bonuses with the distressing. It just gives you that fab effect. I have a Gerda Steiner set of stamps here, and this one's called Moody Unicorns, and it's got the most fun set of unicorns with the expressions on their face. They just crack me up every time, and the sentiments are perfect in this set. So I'm stamping it out with my Misty, and I've used some tuxedo black because I want to be doing some Copic colouring. I decided to go with a multicoloured mane again on the unicorn, and I got a bit carried away, I've got to say. Anyway, you'll see. I'll have the colours off to the side, and I'll be back when all the colouring is done. I did stamp out some little images. I wasn't sure which ones I was going to use, but I ended up going with the cupcake. The reason I used the Misty was so I could re-stamp the images again once I'd finished colouring, just to make those outlines nice and bold, and this time I actually stamped them with some Onyx Black ink. The reason I didn't stamp them with that ink first was because it doesn't play nicely with Copics. So I've lined up the matching dies now, and I did choose a couple of little elements. I wasn't really sure what sentiment I was going to go with, or what I wanted the unicorn to be holding, so I thought it was just easier to have them all done, ready to go. But I did end up using the cupcake image, and it's so much easier when you have the dies. Especially I've cut these unicorns out before by hand, and they're a pain. Much easier with the dies. I've got a neat and tangled stamp set called Awesome and a matching die set, so I decided to use that. I thought that'd be really fun, and thought it was easy to use my Misty to stamp it out in Onyx Black. And then for the die cut sentiment, I thought it'd be really cool to do it in a nice bright glittery pink. hot pink cardstock. So this is, oh, it's sugar coated is the set, and the colours are also vibrant and busy, and it's made by Doodlebug, which is pretty cool. Oh, they make some of the most fun papers. I'm popping it up on some black fun foam this time, and then I'm just going to pop a block on that and set that aside to dry for a couple of minutes while I put my card together. I'm using my ATG to add some adhesive to the panel that I created earlier, and just popping that on my front of my card, which is a landscape top fold card. I always do top fold cards. I haven't really worked out why. I think it's because it freaks people out when they try and open them on the side, like a normal card. You can see them. No, that's not the reason. I wouldn't do that. That would be not nice. Alright, so I've added some adhesive behind my awesome sentiment using a glue dot and adding my little cupcake to the unicorn. I thought that was fun. So it looks like he's holding it. And then I can simply just remove the adhesive release paper from behind the foam squares and pop my little unicorn up on the oxide background. And because it's a unicorn card, I did have to add some shimmer, so I used my glitter pen from Spectrum Noir and also added some Nouveau White Blizzard dots. So these are really subtle, clear, sparkly dots. So that's it for my card today. Thanks for joining me. Till next time, happy paper crafting. Bye.